Hey, sorry, but I need to give a heads up. I pressed the wrong button when I started recording, and so the video is going to look a little weird. And the game audio is going to be missing. I'll explain it when I inevitably figure it out halfway through the video. Just a warning. Hello again! Welcome to Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs, the one-player past mission walkthrough part 2. That is not easy to say. I really need to come up with a better name. That won't happen anytime soon. I'm going to record this entire temple in one sitting, and I'm not going to think about it. Anyways, the first thing I want to do is go over to Nelia? Yeah, Nelia. And go over the support Pokemon. So you can notice there are 3 different levels here. So I want to explain what they are. So recovery time is just how long it takes for the Pokemon to reappear after you use the assist. There's a cooldown period. And so you can upgrade this. You know what, maybe Chikorita is a better example of this. No, okay, never mind. I can't upgrade it. I'm 1 AP away because I purposely ranked the last mission. But you would be able to, like... So Totodiles, for example, would go up like an extra minute. You know, I should have the page in front of me. Give me a moment. Actually, I'll use Chikorita as an example. So if I can go to it. So Chikorita, for example, starts off with a recovery time of 6.75 seconds. If I were to upgrade it once, it'd be 6.25 seconds. So on and so forth. And it's different between Pokemon. So Totodile, for instance, starts off at, I believe it's at 6.5. But then if you upgrade it once, it will instead go to 6 seconds. And then this is multiplied by 5, I'm pretty sure, whenever the Pokemon gets attacked by something. So it takes longer for the cooldown period. But yeah, obviously, you can upgrade your recovery time to be less so you can use your assist more often, which is pretty important. Power is pretty straightforward. Here. So each hit Totodile gets, it would be 8 power, but if upgraded, it would be 18. And all these can be upgraded up to level 5. Now, assist level is where I have to do a little bit more explaining. So I'll use this example with Piplup. So it's a little hard to see because they're still images, but like Piplup spits out more bubbles, right? And so it's easier to hit, you can get more hits in, and it's easier to inflict slow, stuff like that. But I want to use Totodile as an example because Totodile's beam gets a little bit bigger, but what you'll also notice is the max hit counter. It goes from 7 to 10 to 14 to 23 to 28. So what does this mean? If Totodile hits the Pokemon it's attacking, like the moment the attack comes out, and that Pokemon stays in that hitbox for the entire period that Assist is out, it would get hit that many times. So if you multiplied 7 by 8, that would be 56 power I'd be doing. But if you upgraded to like 10, and I didn't upgrade the power, it'd be 80 damage, so on and so forth. So max hits just tells you how many times you can hit a move. So there's an invincibility period when the opponent gets hit by an attack, and that invincibility period goes down when you have more max hits, because you're not hitting the Pokemon like every frame. That's basically the best way I can describe it. But again, I can't really upgrade them right now. Actually, I will upgrade Totodile's assist, because it's not too much, and I do want to use Totodile. I think it'll be useful in the long run. And then there are a few things, of course, I forgot to mention last episode, like 4 different things. I put in my notes, the rest should be easy to remember. Well, apparently not. I got caught up with other stuff. Most of it actually won't go over until I get to the boss, but and then the other thing I won't forget. Oh wait, you know, I shouldn't have skipped over what Kira said. They're full of traps and tricks. You have to defend certain Pokemon before. Yeah, okay, so she's talking about how we now need to defend certain Pokemon. So last mission was just capture 3 Pokemon, but there were only 3 Pokemon, so we had to get all of them. This one in particular, we have to capture 3 Sunkern. There are going to be other Pokemon in this mission that aren't Sunkern. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't go for them, necessarily, but like it doesn't help you progress the mission, basically. That's what that's saying. So mission 2, where are you, Sunkern? This is not going to be much of a hide and seek challenge. I mean, they're not hard to find. See, case in point, and there's a red zone too. So red zone won't activate. The red zone is how you get to the boss, how you beat the mission. You gotta capture certain Pokemon. So there are only 3 missions where you don't capture certain Pokemon. Like the first one was like you capture 3, it's all of them. The final mission is capture all 21. All 21 Pokemon. And then there's one mission that's like capture 8 at any Pokemon. But everything else is capture X amount of certain Pokemon. Usually not more than 6, I think. But like it doesn't. I think it only gets up to that counter like twice ever. It's usually lower than that. But yeah, capturing this Pidgey doesn't do anything. In fact, I'm not even going to go for it because I don't think it benefits me in any way right now. Oh, it's not over here either. And Bulbasaur Pidgey also here. We'll get them later. They don't drop slates here, so I'm not going to go for them. I haven't even explained that part yet, but... Okay, there's the last Sunkern. I also wanted to bring up, I'm using a different save from this than I am my main playthrough, and it's also the same save I use with my friends, because I didn't want to go into these earlier missions at level 39. I've recorded all the way up to the Thumb Temple at this point. I just didn't want to bowl through it. I wanted to do it at a reasonable level, so I decided to use a backup save I had for this purpose. At some point, I will probably be switching saves because I'll be cutting down on the grinding. I don't want to just spend a bunch of time grinding. There will come a video sometime in the future where I will talk about the most efficient way to grind, so don't worry about that. But yeah, like these first two temples I wanted to do with a fresh save because I wanted to show how you do it, how to do it efficiently. And then I'll figure out the rest from there. Doesn't look like we're going to S-rank this mission. I kind of wasn't expecting to because we're at the suggested level, so I didn't think it would be that easy. I don't believe this happens yet, but boss Pokemon tend to start using... Okay, never mind, that does happen. Yeah, boss Pokemon will start using harder patterns once you get their friendship gauge a certain amount. I don't think the progress of the agitate gauge matters too much, but when you get a Pokemon to a third or 2/3 or a half, it depends on the Pokemon, they'll start. Okay, yeah, he does have harder patterns. I guess I'm so used to crushing Sandslash, I kind of forgot about that. Okay. So another thing I need to talk about, I talked about CB, A, and S ranks, and I didn't talk about how you get them. I don't know how I overlooked that, but a C rank is as simple as you have a minute 30 on the clock or less. Actually, it might be a minute 29. You know what? I should know this. Why am I blanking on this? And then if you have, I think it's a minute 29 or less, it's a C rank, and you get less AP. And if you have a minute 30 to 2 minutes and 59 seconds left, it's a B rank. If you have 3 minutes to 4:59, it's an A rank. If you have 5 minutes or more remaining on the clock, you get an S rank. Should have mentioned that. Anyways, for A ranking position, we get a Sunkern. As you can imagine, it's not a very good assist. Pretty apt to Sunkern, isn't it? Anyways, we have more story stuff to go over. Where have we seen this scene before? Are you alright? What was I doing? Are you okay? I remember now. The Forest Captain called me last night and... Forest Captain? The respected head of the Forest Temple? He's the one in charge of all the temple oracles there. He has such a big heart. Yes, and I was controlled by that very Forest Captain. Oh no! What did you say? The peaceful Forest Captain did what? I cannot and do not want to believe that. But you know the power of that armor. Oh, I guess I haven't told you, Magnus. Tanvir and I used to be temple oracles, but we decided not to wear armor for a particular reason. That armor's with serious power depends upon the feelings of those who wear it. Here and I once had a huge fight. We were still pretty upset when we tried to communicate with Pokemon. Then our anger was conveyed to our Pokemon, and they started fighting, too. Magnus, I'm guessing you must have received some training to use your styler, but you should know that armor is something that anyone can put on. Therein lies the problem. The uprising of Temple Oracles and their Pokemon must be caused by some evil mind. Are you saying it's caused by the Forest Captain? That may or may not be the case. Either way, I don't think he's lying to us. We need to meet the Forest Captain, who must be somewhere in the temple. And we unlock the next mission. Yeah, I'll do this mission again. I might skip ahead. Well, actually, I do want to get an S rank, so... Again, she's talking about stuff we'll talk about in the next one. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the boss on this one. Oh no. I clicked the wrong button. No. Yeah, I gotta turn off. Okay, awkward recording moment. So I have my 3DS capture set up in OBS with like graphics center and everything in my microphone. That's the way I prefer to record it. I didn't click the start recording button in OBS. I clicked it on 3DS capture. So all you were getting was my 3DS feed from the capture like program. But apparently my recording device was set to microphone. I don't even remember doing that. So you got my audio, but just not in an ideal format. Oops. Dude, I panicked because I was like, oh, I have to do this all over again. I have to restore my old save file and do it all over again because this game freaking auto saves, or this mode auto saves. But you know what? It's salvageable. I'm gonna keep using it because it's hilarious. But let's do it right this time, shall we? Oh man. Now I'm laughing about it because it's funny, but like now the first part of this video isn't gonna come out as well as I want it to, and I gotta figure out how to do the graphics for it. That's gonna be annoying. Like the top screen shouldn't be that big because it doesn't really have much impact on the gameplay here. This is mostly a bottom screen kind of game. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I should focus. So actually, I do want to talk about so I didn't get much of a chance to talk about it, or I did, but I just forgot the first episode. AP. So you get AP from capturing Pokemon, and you also get it from you get bonus AP for completing the mission. I talked about that already. But what does AP do? You probably have already seen it. Upgrades your support Pokemon, but also when you finish a mission, whether you win or you lose, it also directly translates to how much EXP you get, which is important because leveling up your style means your circles do more damage, you get more HP, silent energy, you get more defense. Actually, I don't think you get more defense. It's mostly just style energy and power. So yeah, it's pretty important. Unfortunately, you don't get like a line extension like you do in single player. In this game, I think in other Ranger games as well. So that's a little unfortunate. But yeah, I wanted to go over that because AP, yeah, it helps you with like two different things that are important. So like whenever you want to grind, like you need to find the best way to AP grind. And the best way to AP grind is actually just to S-rank a mission. Because the bonus SP you get for, AP you get for A-ranking a mission is like the most important thing. It's the random Pokemon that you'll capture around this are like so much less AP than what you could get for S-ranking a mission. So I wanted to point that out because like the ones we're getting right now are only like one apiece. The Drapion mission, for example, you get 5 for S-ranking that, and then the other 5 you get for capturing everything, Drapion included, which is like required. Everything was required in that mission. So I'm using a bad example, but like it's kind of the same values in other missions. That's why I wanted to bring it up. What else am I forgetting to talk about? Okay, I didn't use the assist at the good time, so I gotta wait for. Oh no. Okay, maybe. Oh well. I want to try to S-rank this. I'm gonna try to focus. All right, there we go. That should be an S-rank. So the other thing I want to talk about is, I mentioned you get a slate for A-ranking a mission. Sometimes it's exclusive to that way, sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's another way you can get it from dropping another Pokemon. Then when you S-rank a mission, there's a 90% chance for one slate, which is typically related to the mission. Sometimes it's exclusive that way, sometimes it's not. Usually it's exclusive that way. It has to do with the mission. For example, in this case, it would be Sandshrew, because it's related to Sandslash. There's a 10% chance in each mission when you S-rank it, you get the boss slate. In every single case, this is the only way to obtain this slate. I had to quote myself from the other video because that's all I can think about. If you want to get every single slate in this game, you have to S-rank these missions so many freaking times. It's really bad. And the worst part is, like, some of the boss slates are actually really good, so you have to grind them out. Then other ones just aren't very good, or they're just clones of other assists. And, like, all of them cost way too much to upgrade their assist level, which is ridiculous because some of the ones, like Tangrowth, for example, is the same thing as Chikorita. Chikorita's assist level is cheaper to upgrade for, like, no reason. But, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I should have said that in the first episode, but, like, yeah, there's always so much to go over. But that's that. Not a failed recording this time. Next time we're going to go over the third mission and then go over more stuff that I inevitably forgot to talk about. Give me a few minutes, I'll have to think about it. See you guys next time. Over and out.